Hi guys. I just thought I'd pop on here for a little bit and talk to you about some movies that I have watched recently that I think are good suggestions, especially if you are a person that likes, off the, outside the box movies or movies that no one's ever heard of or stuff like that, because some of these maybe you've heard of, but most of them are actually like I found just by watching them. Like I honestly, nobody suggested them or referred them to me. I just was like, okay, let me watch this. And it turned out to be good. I mean, that happens every now and then. So grab your drink and sit down and chill out, because I'm going to be talking about quite a few here. Okay, so the first, let's just jump right into it, shall we? The first movie that I saw that I thought was really good is called Head Count. This is on Amazon Prime. It's these two brothers like go up to Joshua Tree, and you can tell that there's tension between them, but they're like, trying to bond, I guess. And they run into this group of young people, 20-somethings, I guess. And one of the brothers like falls for one of the girls that's in the group and wants to go with them. So he sort of does, and stuff ensues, it just like, I don't want to give it away, but it's a kind of a supernatural type of movie. So if you like that, I really liked it. I just enjoyed that one. It's a horror, but it's not really bloody or anything. So that's that one. The next one I watched was a Prime original called Black Box. And this was really interesting. The only person I knew in it was Felicia Rashad, Mrs. Huxtable from The Cosby Show. She played a doctor, and she was like a very strange doctor. She had like these ideas about I don't know how to explain this, but basically putting people's memories in other people's bodies. So this one guy basically had a car accident and he lost his wife in it, and he's now raising their daughter alone, and he can't remember anything. He's like, the little girl tells him almost daily like things he needs to remember, because he can't remember anything. And they have a secret handshake, and she tries to get him to do it every day, but he can't remember their secret handshake. And it's just you think it's going one way, like you think you get what's going on, and then like it completely veers off into another realm, and you're like, what? And it's just one of those movies. It's not bloody, it's not gory, it's more of a mystery. It's really good. The little girl in it is a fantastic actress. I don't know who she is, but she's so good in this. Like, it's amazing when you see children actors and they're so good. They're like that. It looks like they've been doing it forever. She's one of them. Black Box. I definitely suggest that one. I recommend it. Okay, the next movie is, let me check these off, is called Evidence, and I just watched this like the other night, so I can pretty much tell you guys everything if you wanted spoilers, but I'm gonna try not to. This one was great. I thought this one was so good, and the reason I liked it so much was because it was a real like twisty turny mystery, like whodunit, like who's the killer, like what's going on, It's found footage, so if you don't like the shaky camera, you're not gonna like this, unfortunately. I personally love found footage movies, so I loved it. It had Rhoda Mitchell in it. I love her as an actress. I think she's really good in everything she's in. And yeah, it's just really, it's about these young people who are like in the acting industry, and they go on this like vacation. Well, they're trying to go on this vacation, but they have to make a stop first. The bus driver has to make a stop, and so he stops in this like, I don't even know where this place is in the desert. There's like, there's nothing around for miles except this like old gas station, like tow truck place. I mean, it's just abandoned buildings, and it's just a shithole. And well, then there's like a killer running loose, a psycho killer running loose, and you know, fun stuff happens. So yeah, but the ending is really good. It's a really like plot twisty type of movie, and I really liked it. So I recommend Evidence. The next movie that I recommend is called It Stains the Sands Red. This movie was so good, I thought. I loved it. Now, it's probably not going to be everybody's cup of tea because it's different. It's different. It's very different. But the girl in it, I thought the woman was a great actress. I've never heard of her before, but I really loved her. Her style was like mine. She had like the hair like mine, and she was like a rocker, you know, like a rock chick. But she ends up in the desert, again with the desert, and like she can't get out of the damn desert, and it's like, oh my god, I can't tell you anymore because it's like, I can't tell you anymore without like ruining it, but it's really good. It's such a good movie. I loved it, and yeah, I recommend it. It's called It Stains the Sands Red. I can't even tell you, but like it's from her point of view. It's like she's the star. There's really nobody else in the movie. So it's just her dealing with the elements, dealing with the horror aspect of it. And it's just good. The next one I saw was called Always Shine. This is like an art house movie. It's these two actresses that are best friends. They decide to go up to Big Sur. I think it's Big Sur. Yeah, I haven't seen this one in a while, so I might be wrong. But they go up to this like nice house to take a break, you know, just a girls' weekend, and it's like they're both actresses. So one is like doing semi well in the industry, and the other one is not doing so well, and there's like a tension there. There's like kind of a jealousy aspect to it, and you start seeing how their friendship is not really as strong as they thought. I mean, it's like there's all kinds of underlying things going on between these two, and then something happens. That's all I'll say. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I just it's not your normal movie, and the ending is probably gonna piss people off, and they'll come back and say, why did you refer that movie, because the ending was stupid. Well, because I feel like the dynamic between the girls was very interesting, and I thought the acting was good, and I liked that dynamic between, like, you know, getting yourself worked up over stupid things, and like, you know, petty jealousies about like work and stuff. It's just like so stupid, right? I mean, in the big scheme of things, you know, you just like, I don't know, but I really liked it. You know, the acting industry is really difficult, so, you know, that's like it's a competitive industry. The next Ooh, the next movie I saw was called Red Velvet, and this movie had Elliot from E.T. in it, all grown up. And by the way, he's like really good looking now. Like, hello, Elliot from E.T. is like all grown up and a cutie pie. And Kelly Garner, who is a really good actress, she was in the Marilyn Untold Secrets, Secret Life of Marilyn Monroe. She was in that. And plenty other movies, but I'm not going to list them. And anyways, these two are neighbors, and they meet at the laundromat one day, and they don't hit it off at all. They actually butt heads quite a bit, but it's kind of in a flirty way. So like, you know, they're flirting, but they're also like, you know, not getting along. But as it goes on, they start to like each other, and he's a writer, and she is, I don't think it ever tells you what she does. I don't think it's relevant. But you can tell he likes her, and it starts to like, she already has a boyfriend, so there's that kind of like aspect. But anyways, they start to like write this movie together, like, just as a joke, you know, where they're just like talking it like, oh, well, you know, your friends would be doing this and da 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 da, just like writing it out loud, you know, just to pass time. But they show the movie that they're writing like in the movie, if that makes sense. They like show what they're thinking and talking about in the movie. So it's a really kind of, it's a bizarre movie. It's a thriller slasher horror movie, but it's very like different the way they go about filming it. I guess that's how I would define it. It's different in how they film it, but it is a slasher horror film, and a lot of people get killed in it. So yeah, that one is called Red Velvet. I liked it quite a bit. The next, gosh, I got a lot. The next movie is called All the Devils Are Here. And this movie was filmed in Central Florida, so you know I had to watch it. This movie was really good, you guys. I don't even know like when this was done, or like there's nobody in it that's famous. There's a British guy in it, which is so bizarre because it's Florida. And there's like one British guy with a British accent, and that's just strange. And yeah, it's this group of young people. Again, they go to this house that's like in the swamp areas, forest areas of Central Florida. It could be anywhere. It literally could be anywhere. And things start to occur, and you know, some people will like this and some people won't. There's also like there's two prisoners that like broke out of prison around the same time that they're headed up to the house. So there's that you know, I mean, there's monsters in the woods, and there's also like, you know, prisoners, escaped convicts out in the woods. I mean, so, you know, it's all coming down on these guys. So that's why I guess it says All the Devils Are Here, I guess, because everybody's in this movie. So yeah, I really liked it. I'm not going to give it away. I'm trying not to give any of these away. I'm just like letting you in on a few details, and then you can go look them up. The next movie I saw was Scare Campaign, and I really, really like this one. It's another found footage movie, so if you don't like them doing that, the shaking of the camera, you may not like this, but this movie was really interesting. It's about a film crew who they do a show. They do like a ghost hunting show, it's a scare themed show where they like they don't jump out at people, but they get like stooges to like, you know, kind of, I guess, accept going into places, and then they have actors that act certain characters, and then they end up scaring the bejeebus out of the person, and then they film it, and it's like, scare campaign, haha, you're on scare campaign. And it's really kind of awful when you think about it, but in this movie, the head boss of the scare campaign, decides that the people that are on the dark web are doing snuff films, and their ratings are high, and their sub count is in the millions, and they're making buku bucks for doing these snuff films, basically. And she wants Scare Campaign to up their game, you know, but she doesn't want them to, you know, snuff people out, but she wants them to up their game. So they have to go about figuring out how to do that and compete with these clown guys that are in clown outfits and like scary masks, and that are on the dark web actually killing people and filming it. So, I mean, I don't know how else to tell you. That's the movie. So you just have to watch it. And I really liked it. I thought this was a good one, and so I'm definitely recommending that one. The next one I saw was called Borderlands, and this movie is a horrifying film. If you like horror movies, and you've probably seen this, it has Ryder Strong in it from Cabin in the Woods. Honestly, this is like the kind of movie that after I watched it, I wanted to take a shower. That's how bad it is. But if you're a horror fan, you will love it because it is just horrifying. It is the most horrifying movie I've seen since like Hostel or like The Devil's Rejects. It's like, it's very much in that realm of like dirty, gritty, like just brutal movie. And it's basically about these, it's based in a true story, which makes it more horrifying, I think, because you, in your mind, you're like thinking, oh my god, this really happened as you're watching this. And it's like these three guys who are like college graduates. They go to Mexico for like, you know, just a thrilling weekend. But they don't go to Mexico City or Cancun or anything. They go to like someplace on the border. It's not like a big place, and so it's this small town, and like the cops are crooked, and just there's this cult that's into like, at first I thought it was Santeria because they did name one of the saints in Santeria, but honestly I don't even want to put down Santeria, because this is like way worse. I mean, this is like the worst kind of religious cult you've ever can ever imagine, and it was like linked into the drug cartels too. So they're like, the drug cartels believed all this stuff, and it's really bad. So yeah, that is called Borderland. And on the same token, I watched Savageland, which at first I thought was Borderland. So I watched Savageland thinking it was Borderland. And Savageland is also about the border, where a whole town gets massacred, a whole town. And the cops pin it on this one illegal immigrant. And he won't say anything, because it's not that he can't speak English, but he's just in friggin' shock, because he saw everything that went down. And it turns out where he is a photographer, and they find his camera, and he took pictures of all of the stuff that was going on during the time that the massacre occurred. And then the cops are like trying to hide that fact because they want to just pin it on him. And the there's other people who want to know the story of like what the hell went on, like what's going on in these photographs. Like, it's really good. It's like a docu-style movie. I really enjoyed it. So that one's called Savageland. It's definitely a lot calmer than Borderlands. So like if you wanted to watch one of them, I would pick Savageland simply because it won't like stick in your head and give you nightmares. Okay. Let me see. It's 20 minutes. Okay, so another movie I saw was called Animal, and this had Keke Palmer in it and Elizabeth Gillies. And if you're a young person, you probably know who those actors are. Or if you're just a movie buff, you know who they are. And then also had Joey Lauren Adams in it from Chasing Amy. I did not know that at first when I was watching it. I was like, oh my God, look who it is. It's Chasing Amy. And this was a really good movie. If you like monsters, this is like this creature out in the woods. These, these young people again go out into the woods. They were just going hiking, but they end up at this house because they have to run because this monster is chasing them. And at first they think it's a bear, but it's not a bear. And you can't really tell what this thing is. Like, what is this? And, the title is Animal, so it's got to be some kind of animal. But they end up at this house, and Joey Lauren Adams is there with her husband, and they were also chased by this thing, so they ended up at the house. And then they just have to try and find a way out because this thing is circling the house, like a shark. And I really liked that one. It's a good, fun, like thrilling, like suspenseful type of movie. Okay, so another movie that I liked was called The Sixth Friend. I'm going to try and hurry up. This is like a girls movie, like if you like Sorority Massacre or something like that. It's these girls had a party once and like some shit went down and they like kind of they distance themselves from each other, but not so much, because then like later in the years they have a get together because they want to like heal and talk about it and sort of just like try and deal with it because they were the only people that dealt with it. And so they go to this house in the woods, you guys, because the house in the woods is the place to go. I don't know. Has anybody ever like gone to a house in the woods? Because I'm pretty certain that you're going to end up dead if you do. But yeah, so this movie is kind of a fun movie where you don't know like what's going on. You don't know if it's paranormal or if it's a real killer. You don't know if the guy is like, did he get out of jail? Did he did he die and come back from how in the world is, it's one of those, like, you just don't know what's going on until the very end. And then you're like, what? Oh my God. So yeah, that's called The Sixth Friend if you want to look it up. So basically these are all horror movies that I have been watching, and they're mostly all available on Amazon Prime. They're all like decent amount of time. I don't do over 2-hour movies. I can't do it. I'll never watch the new Justice League. I don't know. I know because I'm such a DC fan, right? Like, you're not going to watch. I still haven't seen it because, first of all, I don't have HBO. But secondly, I can't sit in the theater for 4 hours. I mean, not even for my DC people. I don't think I can do it. It's too much. So I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you got something out of it, and maybe watch some of these movies and leave me your thoughts in the comments, or if you've seen any movies, or if you have any movie suggestions, especially for Prime, because I do not have Netflix, so it's best that we stay with the prime. And yeah, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.